big idea in geometry questions is bringing in additional information you know simply because of the rules of geometry. And squares are really useful for this because squares are a perfect shape. And that means we know certain things. When I have a square, if I divide it using a diagonal, I've created two 45, 45, 90 triangles, each of which looks like this. So this would be 90, this and this would be 45, because these angles are facing across from sides of equal length, and this angle had to be 90. So when you're across from sides of equal length, you have to have the same size angle, and because those angles were going to add up to 90 degrees, they each had to be 45 degrees. So we know that we have two 45, 45, 90 triangles here. And the same thing happens if we divide the diagonal this way as well. So either way we do it, we're creating 45, 45, 90s, which means this is 45, this is 45, this is 45, and so on around the entire shape. So all of these are equal to 45 degrees. Now, what does that mean for these angles here? Well, if you look at this, we have a 45 and a 45, which means this is going to have to be 90 so that in this little triangle, we have interior angles that add up to 180 degrees. So each of these angles in here is 90 degrees. Now, if these are the same triangles as we have over here, and we know that these are 90 degrees, that means that the 45-degree angles are going to be here and here, which makes this a total of 90 degrees as well. And here, 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 and here, and here. So these are the angles that have that relate to the angles in the square. The reason I know it's organized like this is due to the 90-degree angles. Because I know that this angle is 90 degrees and these angles in the interior are 90 degrees, I'm able to figure this out. Now, if we pretend we take any one of these triangles and they're all the exact same shape, in a triangle where it's 45, 45, 90, we have a ratio of the sides where the sides are x to x to x root 2. So I would rather not use those variables of x. I would rather pretend that we have triangles that are 1 by 1 by 1 root 2, which is just equal to root 2. And if the sides across from the 90-degree angles are root 2, that means all the sides of the square are root 2, which means the perimeter of this shape is 4 root 2. So the perimeter of x is 4 root 2. Now the perimeter of y would be 1, 1. We have the root 2's here. So we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And if we add those up, that adds up to 6. So y is 6. Now looking at our answer choices, we don't have anything that looks like this exactly, but we know y is larger than x, which means either a, b, or c is in play. And we know that we can divide both of these by 2, which would get us down to 2 root 2 to 3 as a ratio. And that gives us answer choice C. So our answer here is answer choice C. It's all about the angles. It's all about using the extra information you know specifically about that square to find something unique about these triangles, and then just working with that idea until you can click it together in a way that looks like the rectangle on the right. And so it's just a thought process. Definitely draw stuff like this out, even on test day. If it's taking up a little bit of space, it's better to think visually in geometry. A lot of times just drawing out the shape will help it click.